Welcome to It's a Scary Sight. Join us on a journey as we follow a group of courageous young fighters battling dark forces threatening our world. Thank you for tuning in. Let's dive into the story. Chemtrails versus humanity. In the dusty streets of a small village in Mexico, far from the tourist routes, something strange was happening. The sky was often crisscrossed with peculiar streaks, chemtrails, as some conspiracy theorists called them. But for a group of young cartel fighters, it was no longer a theory. They had witnessed the consequences. More and more villagers were falling ill without any clear cause. The group consisted of 6 friends: Alejandro, the determined leader; Diego, the tactical mastermind; Mario, the clever and resourceful techie; Javier, the strong man with a heart of gold; Pedro, the silent but deadly sniper; and Raul, the young but driven newcomer who was determined to protect his friends. The chemtrails had hit their village and people were dying. When Alejandro's girlfriend, Elena, fell seriously ill, they knew they had to act. Elena had told Alejandro about the strange smell she noticed whenever the chemtrails appeared. Driven by anger and grief, Alejandro gathered his friends and told them they needed to find out who was behind this. The first step was to gather more evidence. Mario had a drone ready to film the chemtrails up close. They waited for an evening when the sky was once again full of streaks and launched the drone. What they saw was shocking. The drone captured a low-flying plane emitting a thick mist. As the drone got closer, they saw the symbols of a secret organization on the side of the plane. The next day, armed with the drone footage, they decided to investigate further. They split up to gather information. Alejandro and Diego went to the village archive to sift through old documents, while Mario and Raul explored an abandoned factory. Javier and Pedro stayed in the village to protect the residents and gather information from the elders, who might know more about the history of the village and the strange events. In the archive, Alejandro and Diego found old newspaper articles about a company supposedly conducting agricultural research that disappeared without explanation. They also found evidence that the company had ties to the military-industrial complex. In the factory, Mario and Raul discovered hidden rooms and chemical vats with labels matching the substances found in the chemtrails. They also stumbled upon maps revealing the locations of other bases. With this new information, they decided to devise a plan to infiltrate the factory and stop the operations. They created a schedule of the guards and security systems. Mario hacked the security cameras so they could enter undetected. The night of the raid was tense. They donned black clothing and covered their faces. Diego led the group to the back of the factory, where they could enter through a forgotten tunnel. Inside, they split up. Alejandro and Raul went to the control room to disable the surveillance systems, while Mario and Javier headed to the storage areas to neutralize the chemical vats. Pedro stayed behind as a lookout and sniper, ready to protect the group from unexpected threats. In the control room, Alejandro and Raul saw shocking footage. Laboratories where scientists were working on new chemical mixtures. They found documents confirming that the chemtrails were intended for depopulation and were carried out by the military-industrial complex. As they tried to disable the systems, they were caught by a guard. A wild chase through the factory ensued. As they ran through the factory, Alejandro and Raul stumbled upon a secret room locked with a heavy metal door. With a combined effort, they managed to break it open. Inside, they found advanced equipment and large screens displaying meteorological data. Mario, who had followed them, quickly realized what they had discovered. "These aren't ordinary weather stations," Mario said as he studied the equipment. "These antennas emit frequencies that can influence the weather." On the screens, they saw how the antennas were used to artificially generate rain, create storms, and extend droughts. This gave the organization the ability to influence people not only directly through chemtrails, but also by manipulating the weather to further their agenda. Alejandro grabbed a stack of documents from a desk and quickly flipped through them. "Look here," he said, pointing to a document. "They're using this technology to destabilize regions, destroy crops, and make communities dependent on aid organizations they control. This is even bigger than we thought," Raul said. "We have to stop this." Mario and Javier discovered a secret basement with huge tanks full of chemical substances. Using Mario's knowledge of chemistry and Javier's brute strength, They managed to sabotage the tanks. But just as they were nearly done, an alarm sounded. The secret organization now knew they were inside. The group ran towards the exit, pursued by guards. Pedro shot down the guards who got too close, and they narrowly escaped. Back in the village, they spread the information through social media and alternative news channels. The story went viral and sparked a wave of public outrage. But it wasn't enough. The organization was still active, and the chemtrails and weather-influencing antennas remained a threat. The friends knew they needed more help. They remembered the old legends about the Aztec pyramids and their powerful cosmic energy. The search for the pyramids. Deep in the Yucatan jungle, hidden beneath the canopy, lay the ancient pyramids. According to legends, the Aztecs had a way to purify the air using the energy of the universe. The friends decided to search for these pyramids and unlock their secrets. After a long and dangerous journey through the jungle, full of threats such as wild animals and treacherous terrain, they finally found the pyramids. With the help of local shamans and their own determination, they activated the ancient energy. A radiant light shot into the sky and began purifying the air, neutralizing the chemical substances in the chemtrails. The shamans told the friends about the ancient cosmic knowledge of their Aztec ancestors. They gathered around a large fire in the shadow of the pyramids, where the oldest shaman, named Tlaloc, revealed the mysteries of the stars and the sun. Our ancestors believed that the sun is the source of all life, Tlaloc began. The energy of the sun not only nourishes our bodies but also our souls. The pyramids are built in harmony with the stars to channel this energy and use it for the well-being of our people. He explained how the Aztecs studied the cycles of the stars and planets and how they knew that the cosmos influenced the weather and the earth. With the right knowledge and rituals, Tlaloc said, "We can use this energy to remove harmful substances from the air and restore balance in nature." The shamans performed a ceremony invoking the energy of the sun and stars. They used ancient artifacts and symbols, believed to channel the power of the universe. As the ceremony progressed, the friends felt a deep connection with the earth and the cosmos. A sense of peace and strength washed over them. As the sky above their village began to clear, Alejandro and his friends knew their task was not yet complete. They needed to continue the fight against the military-industrial complex. The shamans told them that other pyramids needed to be activated to completely stop the global threat. The friends vowed to continue, to find and destroy the other bases, and ultimately save humanity from this sinister threat. They knew their enemies were powerful and the road would be full of dangers, but their determination was unwavering. Their adventure had only just begun, and the world would never be the same. I want to extend my heartfelt thanks for joining us on this journey. As you reflect on the story we've shared, may it ignite a spark of curiosity, inspire bravery, and remind us all of the power of unity in the face of adversity. Until we meet again, may your path be illuminated by the stars, guiding you through both darkness and light. Take care, and may your adventures be as thrilling as the one we've just experienced together. Be ready,